The process of arbitration involves parties having an arbitrator chosen to determine their dispute rather than taking the dispute through the court structure with all the delays and expenses that are involved in the court system. An arbitration is a flexible arrangement whereby the parties get a person with expertise and a background in the area of dispute to work out the right solution to their dispute. And arbitration has many advantages compared to the court system in terms of the efficiency, in terms of being able to control the procedure without the expense and delay involved in the litigation process. In relation to the question of whether the arbitrator meets the parties before the arbitration, normally what happens is there will be a very early directions hearing at which the arbitrator will meet the parties and decide on the best way forward in terms of procedure and the organisation of the paperwork and so forth that will lead to the ultimate substantive hearing of the arbitration. In the appointment of an arbitrator, the parties can ask to meet the proposed nominee or other nominees with a view to making a decision as to who should act as the arbitrator. I enjoy, as an arbitrator, having the power to assist the parties in taking their dispute forward to a structured and sensible resolution. The court mechanisms with which I am very familiar as a retired judge are all well and good, but they are time-consuming and can be very frustrating. As an arbitrator, I have greater flexibility, I have greater access to the parties who have greater access to me. I can give rulings very quickly, and we can advance the arbitration in a way which is much more efficient to my mind than would be the case if you litigate it through the courts. Voluntary arbitration is something which I think should be more widely used or thought about by parties, because with a voluntary as opposed to an imposed arbitration under the terms of the contract, the parties are agreeing to go down the route of an agreed form of arbitration. The advantage of a voluntary arbitration is that the parties have the flexibility of choosing their own procedure, flexibility of choosing an arbitrator who may be more expert in the field than a judge might be. And also there is a much greater ability to control the time elements involved in the process, and you can get a much more expeditious hearing of the arbitration than would be the case in a court dispute.